Assalamu alaikum. Anisa. Saeed. Oh, Saeed. So is that the same meaning as Said? Said? The way your last name is spelled? Seid? No, I'm thinking about Saad. Saad. But what does your last name mean, Anisa? Saeed. Okay, okay. All right. That means happiness, right? Or joy. What does your last name mean? Right. Okay. That's what's up. What's up, Bert? What's up, Clutch the Pearls? Oh, okay, from Ethiopia. Okay. That's what's up. Uh that's what's up, Clutch the Pearls. I appreciate that. I was hoping, I'm hoping that I can give y'all a little gem today. Right on, right on. I'm glad that you got on here, Nisa. What's up, Marcus? Got the goddamn Toronto Raptors in the house. What's happening up there in Canaan land? Let me see. I think I'm gonna take a little shortcut. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get this in while I'm driving to my destination. How to overcome time. This is really something that I've talked about quite a bit, and I'm sure I got some video. Right on. I'm sure I got some video, or maybe a couple in the archives that's talking about time, but I want to revisit this, so you ain't got to go back 3,000 videos trying to find it, because I don't remember which one it is. What's up, Eric? But we're gonna talk about time and how do we overcome it, because let's face it, this time thing is a beast. And I heard somebody say this, and I don't know, I can't remember who it was, but it was to the effect of, there really ain't 24 hours in a day. That's a myth, or not a myth, it's a mistruth, because you wake up and before you know it, it's already 1 o'clock, so, or 2 o'clock, or the day's halfway gone. So obviously time is relative, because I remember being a child, and let's say I'm waiting on Christmas to get here. I remember from Thanksgiving to Christmas took 3,076 days to go by. From Thanksgiving to Christmas. That's what that shit felt like. It's like time was like, that slow dragging. But let you pay a bill. Okay, let's just take my cell phone bill. I paid one cell phone bill, and I swear 2 days later, I get another email like, oh, your cell phone bill is ready to be viewed. Now, part of that, well, I ain't gonna get off on that, because I go down the whole road and lose my whole train of thought. But that's an example of just like, damn, the time has transpired that fast to where it's already time for me to pay it again. So what can we do facing a beast like this? Okay, so I took a couple of notes down so I didn't forget what I wanted to say. I spell time backwards. Okay, that's what's up. That's a good one. Emmett. Emmett. That denotes something, talking about the essence of something. Emmett. That's a good look right there, Marcus. So let's kick it off like this. Time matters most when you're aware of it. Just think about that. Think about the whole what do they call that thing? The slit test, um, where they fire the protons through the slits and they observe how it behaves. And basically the gist of it is they found out that matter acts differently, or energy acts differently, depending on whether it is being observed or not. Okay? So let's go back to when I was a child and it took 3,076 days for Christmas to get here from Thanksgiving. Well, I was observing time so much that I literally... All right, and we're back. Shit. Out here on these damn roads, I don't know where the signal coming in or going out. Okay, so by me focusing so much on time, I slowed time down. Now, I got this book somewhere in the back, and I can't find it because I was in a hurry. But this book is Mind into Matter, I think is the name of it, by Fred Allen Wolf. Mind into Matter by Fred Allen Wolf. Okay. In that book, it's a thin book, but it's talking about quantum physics because he's a quantum physicist. He brings up a I guess you call it a theorem called TAT, okay? Thinking about thinking. Thinking about thinking. And what he's saying is, when you have something that you worry about or you're fixated on, you slow down time and create a pocket for that place where you put that energy of worry. You slow down time and make you give what you are worrying about time to grow. By slowing down the time, you give it time to fester and manifest. Also, it can work in the reverse by focusing on something so much you can speed it up. Speed up time as far as speeding up something that you've been what's the word I'm looking for? Something that you've been avoiding or dreading, that's the word I was trying to think of. You then attract it to you faster. All of this is encased in the whole theorem of thinking about thinking. Basically showing how time is another example of how time is relative. Okay? So from that standpoint, let's just do this before we go a step further. Let's look at some mythology. Let's look at the Greek mythology of Kronos and Zeus. Now, Zeus, the only way Zeus was able to be born was that they tricked Kronos by sticking a rock down his throat, because Kronos ate up all his babies. Okay? And this is a whole nother story just to go through and break all that, because it's all has symbolic meaning. Well, let's just go on and just real quick. In the Bible, you hear the story about the Hebrew women who were roasting their babies and eating them. I remember hearing some people debating one time about it. Somebody was using that to debate some Hebrew Israelites about. And both of them look retarded, because you're talking about something that never happened. The shit wasn't talking about no damn women eating no motherfucking babies. It was allegory. The allegory is that we're talking about absorption. They were given a secret. When you kill something, you absorb it. So even when I eat an apple, I said this before, For me to eat something, I'm killing it. I murder it. I destroy it. But when I do that, I become one with it. I'm eating the apple not just because it tastes good. I'm eating the apple because it has vitamin K in it. You know, it has these properties that are going to help my physical being. The vitamin A is going to help my eyesight. The vitamin C is going to help to rid my body of free radicals. Just like your body's breathing, your cells are breathing. And when that cell exhales, that's trash that is exhaling. They're called free radicals. But vitamin C goes in and helps eradicate some of that. While I'm eating the apple, by me killing the apple and destroying it, I'm also taking on its power, its force. And it is becoming one with me as well. So the women eating their babies they are absorbing the essence of what that energy is to be able to move past where they're at. Now that might sound like a bunch of philosophical bullshit. I'm gonna tell you in a minute, and it's gonna sound simple. Okay? So Chronos is absorbing. Check this out. The whole concept of absorbing the babies would also be the same as the garden. See, the garden is undifferentiated consciousness, meaning it's unconscious. There is no attempt to separate. Consciousness, when you are aware, you're looking to separate from something else by observing it. So there's no consciousness. And it's a completely blissful state because there is no understanding of any differentiation between nothing. Everything is everything, which is isn't. So the moment something starts moving, because now a differentiation has occurred, there is observation. All right. Now, Chronos is also synonymous with Saturn. All right. Now, Saturn is lazily categorized as Satan or the devil. And then once you stop right there and you make that blanket statement, you're showing that you're lazy and you ain't done no research. You got that shit from listening to somebody's video or heard somebody say it. You have not researched for yourself, because Saturn, as the chastiser, is of the same energy as the expansion. What am I saying? What am I saying? As above, so below. Just as so, if something goes up, the shit got to go down. That's how simple it is. Okay, let's keep moving because it's gonna all make sense here. The real chastising that Saturn brings about is not that of like a parent, like you were cutting up in the grocery store and now you're gonna get a whooping. Okay, the chastisement is the fact that the cycle rotates back around, and you're going to have a cycle of expansion, you're going to have a cycle of contraction. And this is like the tarot card, the Wheel of Fortune. Because if it's a wheel, think about a Ferris wheel. When you get up to the very top of the wheel, you are at the pinnacle. You have reached the highest height. But you've only gotten up to the top of the wheel to fall. But here's the thing. Saturn is associated with chastisement, with Capricorn. And you think about the frigid, cold winter. Okay? Everything is frozen. It's being locked into where it's at, and it's made to sit still. Okay? Now, I think this is a very timely thing for us to talk about because we are in the throes of the summer solstice. Okay? And what's ironic about the summer solstice is it's something you anticipate, especially from the winter. This is the time, like, on one of those cold, nasty days. Oh, what you wouldn't do for the heat and warmth of summer. But here's the dilemma about the summer solstice, which is stagnation. Sun sit still, solstice still, is that all this time you're waiting for the sun to get up to its triumphant part or its triumphant point in its existence, only for it to die. Just as much as you celebrating the sun rising to its most powerful point in the sky, on the horizon, you're also recognizing the fact that it is on its way to its grave. Now, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Here's the thing. The wheel of fortune, when it's at the top, yes, momentum, oh yeah, everything is great, great, great. But the real momentum is built when you're going on the downside of the cycle. Think about just science here. If I'm going down a hill, that's when I'm building up my power, because I'm not really able, I don't have to use my horsepower of my engine, when I'm going down a hill. All I got to do is coast. But at the same time, just through gravity, I'm building up speed, I'm building up power, so that when I get to the bottom of the hill, even if I don't push a step on my gas, I'm at least going to be able to start climbing another hill just based on the momentum that I created from falling down from the top of the damn Ferris wheel. Cycles. That's what time really is. Cycles. Ebbs and flows, ups and downs. All right? So we got that covered. So with all that said, how do I overcome time? Because till now, we can say that everything I said has been a bunch of words. I remember I had a radio show one time, and I was telling me, oh, that's very philosophical. That's how she sounded. It's very philosophical what you're saying, but we're talking about people who are really out here struggling. I was like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about, people? I'm one of the motherfuckers struggling. I ain't talking about this shit because I'm damn read it in a motherfucking Ebony or Jet magazine. I'm telling you. I'm talking about struggle. For people, because I was talking about metaphysics, about using it, and I don't know what I was talking about, but the fact of the matter is, she's talking to me like I'm speculating. I'm fucking telling you. I'm in the trenches. So the point is this. What is the goddamn point? I had the point, and I got a little carried away. Okay, now. What you gonna do, man? Let you cross the street. The point is to say this is not just some philosophical banter that I'm spewing. Okay? I want you to dig in on this. Because now is where it's going to become practical. How do I overcome time? And some of y'all probably talked about this or heard me say this. You become one with time. Okay, that still sounds like a bunch of philosophical gobbledygook. All right, so how do I become one with time? Through a word called passion. Passion. Now, let's do some ghetto etymology on this word. Ghetto etymology is just that I'm just looking at the word and I'm going to split the word up and break it up as I see fit to get a deeper understanding of what it's saying. Passion, broken up, is pass ion. Pass the ion. Moving energy. Moving energy. So if I can find my passion I can move energy. If I'm moving energy, I am moving time. I can speed it up or I can slow it down. Now, here's the thing, going back to the whole concept of what Fred Allen Wolf talks about in his book, Mind into Matter. As much as time is affected by us worrying about shit and lamenting over challenges and so forth, yeah, we're going to play. I got to wrap this up. Gotta get the little young lion in here, let him run around for a minute. Okay, as much as time is influenced by my worrying, it's also influenced by my passion. Have you ever been locked into doing something that you really love? Even if you ain't getting paid for it, that you just love doing, and you can look up and like, damn, 3 hours done gone by, 4 hours done gone by, a whole day done gone by. Do you know when I first discovered Bobby Hemmett videos, I would start at 8 in the morning on a Sunday and look up, and it'd be back then I had to pick my wife up from work, and I look up and it's like, damn, it's 6:30 in the evening, and I'm still got Bobby Hemmett videos on. Got lost in time. Okay? Passion is a tool. All right? This is not philosophical banter. This is a viable tool to move yourself and to overcome time. See, time restricts you and polices you and encases you when you are not one with it and aware of yourself in time. When you find your passion, you become aware of yourself in time. You become aware of yourself now. Now. Passion is all about now. You know, you become one with it because time don't matter no more. Because you know why? Because your attention is not on it. Your attention becomes locked on your passion instead of the time and the so-called time period that you're in at that moment. The real etymology on the word passion, patience, and pain, P-A-I-N, pain, come from the same root, Indo-European root, which is P-A-E-N, which is pain again. And it means to suffer. 3-5 flies. Time flies when you're having passion, for sure. Okay, so patience, pain, and passion are all the same thing. So think about how painful having to learn patience can be. The word pain says enough in itself. So when you hear Pinhead, that's right, Screws to Texas in the house, for low key Krishna said, we talked about this on the phone. We had a conference call. I was talking about Hellraisers, the ultimate Dionysian story, the ultimate story of passion, pain, and enlightenment. You know, the man was tortured because this man was a vehicle of passion. He was a passionate lover. You know, women loved him, but he was still seeking something more. And he wanted the cube. When he unlocked the cube, this motherfucker had a whole new understanding of pain, okay, which was passion. And the only thing that was of him was his heart. They redid the whole Dionysus story in the movie. Good look on that, Christian, on the Hellraisers, and that's what we're talking about. Now, the whole reason I talked about the Wheel of Fortune, where when you're starting to fall, you're building momentum, because you're gonna find your passion a lot of times through painful situations, and through finding your passion and becoming one with time, you now gain the power to transition out of the muck, the dirt. Now notice Capricorn Saturn, we're talking about shit. Somebody said all your videos, brother Jamal, you always got to come at the shit because I can't get past it, man. It's so real. Shit. So you go down into the shit, but for shit, just think about taking a shit. How you got to push the shit out. You're pushing it out. Well, that's momentum. You're pushing it down. Okay? And I ain't trying to sound nasty, but shit, we're adults. Okay? All right. Okay. We going. So when you push it out, this solid mass of feces is then broken down so that the power can be released and absorbed into the soil. That go to women eating their babies again. Okay. You see who runs the show. All right. So become one with time by identifying what your passion is and pursue it. This is not just to sound like a cliche. They say, oh, pursue your passions. What's your passion? Well, it sounds corny, but for real though, one of the primary objectives you should have is find your passion. What moves you? For sure, you ready to play. What moves you? What motivates you? Find it. I don't care if it's cleaning buildings. I don't care if it's cooking food. See, we always think it's got to have this certain. No. It is. Now that you understand metaphysics, you can take the simplest of things and see the beauty in it and see how it is mirroring something that's going on in your own cosmic journey. Oh man, I want to see this mirror be spotless. Oh, I've learned all these little tricks and this. I have learned. I'm going back now and reflecting on masters that I have met throughout my life that I had pushed into the back of my mind because it didn't seem like they were, these deep metaphysical motherfuckers, but this is the real shit. Herman Steele was a master manipulating the human body. Okay, a damn genius, a genius. Labib Mustafa, a genius. Henry Robinson, a genius. Gary Robinson, a genius. John Robinson, people who have gone on, and you think about these masters that you had. My mechanic with his get motherfucking ass. He's a genius in his own right. I told you about my grandmother cleaning up. She carried a fanny pack with scrapers and files and little knives and all types of little gadgets to take a cloth and get up in a tight space and clean. I mean, masterful. You need to go back and identify these people that you've come across in your life and study them. And whenever that person is doing whatever he or she is passionate about, they get lost in time. They used to get mad at my grandmother's. She cleaned up at university and she was slow. You know why? She was passionate about actually doing what the fuck you paid her to do, clean. You ever look at how funky bathrooms be? You go like, fuck, clean this shit. I hope you don't clean your shit at your house like this. If you don't do it, do it. You're going to be a monkey, be a gorilla. Either way, your passion will help you move through time, around time, on top of time, because you become time. Hate to sound redundant. I know I've talked about this before, but I think it's timely, pun intended, that we had this conversation again. Sun is sitting still and is preparing to, but it is all a part of a process to gain the momentum to then propel itself onto its next journey. This is Brother Jamal and my crazy ass son signing off for Masters of the Cosmos.com. If you're not a member, you need to become a member. I have something. If you don't do nothing, if it ain't $9.99. If it ain't worth nothing else, it's worth to hear what I just put up. Number Your Life, where I show you how. I ain't never heard nobody talk about numerology in this way, to find yourself in your cycle, find yourself in your now. But that's enough with that. I don't really do a whole lot of commercial advertising shit. But either way, stay down until you get up. And when you get up, stay down. Peace.